Today I'm unpacking a new paper I ordered from Amazon. It's a new brand I'm seeing in India. It is called Scholar. I ordered 100% cotton watercolor paper. I'm going to unpack it and going to paint some sample small strokes on this just to see how is this paper. Let me first try to open the packing. Okay, I already cut it a little bit. Wow. Since they have given me so many, I don't know how many you guys are aware of quilling strips, right? So looks like they have given me a lot of quilling strips. I'll see if I can make something out of it. Okay, so I see this packed nicely. Okay, it's invoice. Okay, they are also on Instagram, it seems. It's another Insta card. And this is a review. Okay, I'll write that. I ordered a set of 10 papers. So it is of A4 size. Yeah, I think it's a European brand, and the paper is imported in India and then packed here. It says archival quality. It's 100% cotton, and it is 300 GSM. I see it's a nice surface. It is not too much grainy or rough, and I think I can do some smooth watercolor florals on this paper. If I make a full video tutorial to do some floral on this paper, I'll definitely post it. But for now, let's try out some basic washes on this paper and see how does it take it. So let me grab my supplies and let's get started. Okay, I'm back. So what we are going to do, we are going to do 4 things. We are going to do some basic color swatches. I just want to see how transparent or how much water this paper is absorbing out of my color washes. Then we'll do a graded wash to see for how long the paper remains wet. Then we'll do a small study kind of just to paint some small landscape or something, and then we are going to do some color lifting, or maybe we'll do the color lifting first and then we do a small study. So we'll paint some color and then we'll try to lift it with a damp brush, and we want to see if the paper is strong enough to take the rewashing and color lifting. I have used till now Strathmore, I have used Arches, I have used Canon, I have also used Brustro. This brand I'm trying to use for the first time. So let's see how it is. Let's go ahead with the color swatches. I'm going to put a bit of ultramarine first. I'm not wetting the color. I'm just going to paint wet on dry. So I see the paper is very smooth, and also ultramarine is a granulating color. So let's see how much it granulates on this paper. I see the wash got absorbed pretty fast. but we'll know about the color holding capacity later. I'll take some orange. I'm just taking simpler colors. I'm just taking some basic sap green, orange, ultramarine. So I see the paper is nice. It is white. Um, it looks like it remains wet for a longer time, but when we do the graded wash, we'll know. So let these dry. We'll come back. Next we are going to do a graded wash. I'll get a thicker brush for that. So for my graded wash, I'm going to wet this paper. I see it is absorbing a lot of water, and that too quickly. So if it doesn't dry quickly, that's a good sign. I'm going to use the same 4 colors, or maybe 3. Okay, I think that's enough water. Just taking some deep yellow. I see this paper has a little bit of a texture of its own. So if you can see, let me zoom in. If you can see, it shows some of the texture of its own. It has some kind of lines. If you are giving a very thin wash, I think it is going to show those lines. We'll see once it dries up. But yes, this paper can hold a lot of water at a time. Sorry for that. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we will move to the color lifting. I'll quickly paint this last section with a non-staining color, and then we'll try to lift some of the color. I'm going to wait for it to dry, and then we'll get back and then we'll lift it. So while we wait for that to dry, these of the color swatches have dried up, and yeah, which is nice, but yeah, it is not like Arches 100% cotton paper, but it is a good paper. I think if you want to do some smooth floral work or some intricate designs, but I'm not sure if you can do elaborate landscapes where you need to put a lot of water on the paper. So yeah, I till now what I see, it may be a good paper for beginner to intermediate, but I'm not sure it has a rough enough texture for bigger works. Let's wait for these to dry and then we'll try the color lifting. So while we wait for the color lifting to be done, let's put some colors for the small study. I'm going to just put some small florals, first wet on wet and then wet on dry. So let's prepare the background for that. Just putting some paper, just making sure I'm not touching the edges of these two sections. Okay, I have some leftover paint on my palette from the last tutorial. I'm going to use that. I'm just going to drop some water. I'm just dropping some thick yellow in the center. And now we are going to wait. Okay, we are back. So I think this is dried completely. I'm trying to I'll try to take up some color from here. Okay, it won't budge. Let me do one thing. I'll try to use it, do this on this colors as well. Okay, so looks like I cannot lift anything out of this paper. Yep. It won't budge. Okay, let me try it out on this color, because some colors are staining colors, so you cannot pick them up, but still I think even staining colors you can take out some, but what I see on this paper, nothing budges. I can't pick anything. Okay, so if I'm going to use some highlighting, or I'm trying to take up some color from this paper, I think it may not be the best choice to paint something where you need to highlight. I see the ultramarine got lifted, but other than that I see nothing else will budge. Okay, we'll come back to our small study. I think this is still wet, so I have to wait, because once it is very dry, I just want to paint some negative layers here, and I just want to make these as some little flowers kind of. So we have to wait till it is completely dry, but I think it has taken these very nice and beautifully, the wet on wet work, and the paper is still wet. So if I want to drop in some more color, I think this paper is taking it very well. Let me show you. See, so it looks like if there is good amount of water, the paper remains wet for a very long time, which is good. If wet on wet is your expertise area, or you like that. So yeah, we have to wait for it to dry, and then we'll come back and paint another layer on this. Okay, so looks like this is dry, and I'm going to start pulling some flowers for the white ones. Yeah, somehow I'm crazy about negative painting. So let's do one thing. You guys sit back and relax and let me complete this and speed it up. Okay, so we are done. I think overall I'm okay with this, but yeah, it is not as good as I have used some other papers. But I think for small studies, for the sketching, and to, you know, when you're traveling, just to take some notes, I think this will do fine. I don't know if they have any 600 GSM papers. Maybe I'll check that and update in the description. But maybe those ones are good for, you know, bigger paintings. I think they are available in size of A3, because I was looking for some bigger paper, and I think it was not there from Scholars, but I'll check that again. So they have an A3 definitely, but I don't know about A2 or bigger size papers. Yeah, so I think I'm good. As I have ordered a bunch of 10, so definitely I'll be doing some more videos, and I will mention when I do the next video with these papers. But for today, I think the colors are turning out vibrant on this paper, but there is definitely some issue with the color lifting. I'll try with some more colors and update back, but I have tried 3 or 4 colors and I was not able to lift any of those. The graded wash looks fine, I think, and the even wash also looks fine to me. So if you do not need any highlights to be done on your work, or if you are good on the wet work, then I think this is a good paper. So for today, I think we are done. So I will do some more tutorials on this paper, and I'll share the same. So I will give out maybe a 6.5 to 7 for this paper. Thank you. Bye. If you like this video, please subscribe. See you soon.